What's going on? It's day 12 of the Easter countdown. We're looking at the meaning and significance of Easter. I don't know if you guys have any memories growing up about Easter, or maybe you just barely grown up, or you had many Easters under your belt. But as a kid, I remember growing up and thinking about Easter, and I thought about going to JCPenney or Dillard's with parents and getting new clothes, and we would go to church. We'd go to church on Easter. Also, what was more exciting was the Easter basket you would get. And so, I don't know if you get this at your house, but you get a basket with stuff in it, stuff that you want, like toys and CDs back in the day. And also a lot of chocolate candy. And also these. See that? That's an egg. Now, what you do is you boil these guys, and then you paint them. You paint them, pastel colors. You get real fancy on there, make little designs, and get real cute with it. It's called an Easter egg. Total, absolute waste of protein. I love protein, and I use protein to keep my body healthy. I'm not a big fan of decorating the eggs. So I wanted to ask myself, and as a pastor, I've been to seminary, and people ask me questions. I always ask pastors questions back in the day when I was talking to a pastor about things like, what's the origin of Easter? Where did this come from? I mean, it's the largest Christian holiday of the year, in the church calendar. And so I was like, where did it all come from? And so I did a little research, a little Googling, there is, because I don't know, my seminary didn't teach about that. We were more focused on, the Bible and theology and things like that. We didn't actually talk much about the origin of the holidays, and besides a few offhand comments about how it's really a pagan holiday, and all the holidays of the church calendar are really just grafting pagan holidays into things like that. I got several different answers when I looked online, and just a few things here that I wanted to share with you guys. Is that the formation of the Easter bunny? It's a Easter hare or Easter bunny. Some people get really technical about that, but it's a folkloric figure. This is coming off Wikipedia, so it's good information. A symbol of Easter depicted as a rabbit bringing Easter eggs. German Lutherans supposedly brought this up, and so here's the deal: the Easter hare originally played the role of judge, evaluating whether children were good or disobedient in behavior at the start of the season. And so the Easter bunny is depicted as this legendary character who will bring colored eggs in a basket and toys to the homes of children. And who's that remind you of? Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Now, that's teaching not what Christianity is about. That's teaching moralism. The idea that if you're good, the mythical creature will reward you, and if you're bad, he will punish you. And that's not what Christianity is about. No. That's there is a component of that being the bad news, but that's not what we celebrate at Easter. Easter, we celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. It's where Jesus, according to the Bible, was dead and then alive again, and so he was raised for our justification. And you got to think about that. Is the issue is we are ungodly sinners, and God justifies ungodly sinners through the work of his Son. The Son, Jesus, took on humanity, born under the law, in order to save his people. That's what Matthew 1:21 says at the announcement of Jesus' birth, is that he came to save his people. I want you to think about that. He was born under the law. Okay? So you and your actions, you're doing good, you're doing bad, don't earn you rewards if your faith is in Jesus, or demerit you from rewards. Christ's obedience to the law is perfect and accepted for you through faith, so that he merits your inheritance, your eternal reward, your bag of eggs. So I want you to just think about that. Easter, the Easter eggs, it's a fine thing to give your kids, candy, chocolate, but don't waste the protein. Think about the real meaning of Easter. Guys, it's about grace, and it's salvation through faith, not works. This is the thing we will fight about. If you got Easter stories, or if you've got something to squabble about as far as what I'm talking about here, write in the comments. If you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel. That helps other people to see it, I think. I don't know how the thing works, but subscribe, like, comment, and goodness, join us April 12th for Easter. We're celebrating the resurrected Christ who forgives us of our sins, and not according to our works it is, but through faith alone, so that we can have an inheritance given to us freely, and all it requires is faith. That's what the message of the resurrection is about. He accomplished it all. God accepts it and says that all through faith can be united to Christ, risen and forgiven, pardoned forevermore. Okay, take it easy. We'll see you day 13 coming up.